What's up? It's been a little while. 2 weeks to be exactly. Ah, yeah, we're gonna jump right into a end of day. Okay, today, Euro JPY. No. Sundays are for weekly breakdowns. Right, today's on Mondays we focus on the day. Cool. So 15 minute we had a break of structure. Right, with on our expectations are clearly for like some of the less safe pairs to be in like a selling mood, right? Risk off mode. So JPY, USD, and the Swiss franc, some of your overall safe pairs, right? So expectation like longer term would be for like these to sell, but obviously my worry is on the short term, so I'm not really too worried about geopolitics, except for that 1 week, like last week, right at the start of the war, that was way too much volatility, right? Now that the markets have accepted and positioned themselves, I think volatility might not have died, but I think structure will be respected a little bit better. Right, so today we had the break of structure right down here, immediate pullback, always a sign that we'll have a deep pullback, right? But I was looking for sells within this M15 zone over here, obviously waiting for probably like a chalk before this, right? Try and stop all this momentum with a pivot. Not always the best idea, and in this case, it does just blow through, right? And then internal switch is bullish, so valid to look for buys into like this 4 hours/15 minute zone, which is deep in the pullback, and then look for sells again, lining up with the overall trend. And then Euro today we had two missed trades. First day back, I'll forgive myself a little bit, right? I think there has been lackluster performance and concentration, I'd say, right? Not really good, right? In terms of the frequency at which I look at the charts, right? Actually looking at what's gonna happen and like what are my updated targets throughout the day. Usually I'd like analyze in the morning and then set alerts, but then I don't come back and look at the charts frequently enough, right? Obviously I don't want to be like glued to the charts, because if you're glued to the charts, you're more than likely going to make mistakes, right? Over trading and such. Now I need to find a balance between being glued on the charts and not checking enough. I need to find like a nice middle ground there where I can come back frequently enough to check for updates, right? And where things look like they might go, versus not too frequently that I'm basically just glued to the charts. So in order for that to work, yeah, I'm gonna play around with some maybe every, let's see, every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, something like that. I just come back, not necessarily reanalyze, but just a mental update of what's happening. Where's the next closest target that I need to be worried about, and so forth, right? Like today, we missed out on this phenomenal buy on Euro USD. It's a continuation buy, right? We hit a 4 hour zone. We just had a break of structure on the M15. After a break of structure, obviously we expect a pullback, right? We hit a nice 4 hour zone. We then get our internal break of structure up, right? So internal is bullish, and we get like a flip zone, right? A zone that reacts to previous zone, then breaks out, right? No look, no chalk in the leg, so obviously enter on the 61%. Now, that would have been easy, 3.3 hours right there, no question about it. That would have been easy, easy money. Same this morning. Same again this morning with GPUSD. There was a trade in here, and everything has been recorded in my journal, because that's another thing I have not been keeping up with. And month end of March, right, when I was trying to do my February like recap of the entire month, I struggled badly, because some of the things I wanted to touch on, I didn't have them like in my journal, so I can't give accurate stats and whatnots if they're not recorded, right? So one other change moving forward now will be the frequency at which I look at the charts. Preparing the day before, right, to reduce friction the next day. There's been like from the first week of March to the second week, right? I didn't trade that first week because of the volatility. Fine, I think that's acceptable. But then the second week was more so laziness, right? And the friction it takes to start, right? Because once you started, then it takes less friction to maintain my end of days, my focus in the day, like checking for setups and whatnot, right? It takes less energy. Now that friction to start, I think not that it overwhelmed me, but like I basically failed to overcome it basically. So the laziness won over that. But yesterday I did make sure that I reanalyzed, clean my charts, reanalyzed yesterday in preparation for Mondays, because again Mondays have been having a lot of Mondays where there's winners on Mondays, and I'm not mentally prepared for Mondays, because my Sundays are generally I don't look at the charts, right? I stopped. I don't know why I stopped, but yesterday I did make sure that I analyzed my charts coming into this morning, reanalyzed, and then I was happy to look for that. But unfortunately, I came onto the charts when the market opened. Right, I was on the charts at like 5 to 10, and London opens at like 10. But there was a trade at 9:30 right here. I don't know why I deleted the. I don't know why I deleted the setup here. I'll just go to my Notion real quick. I'll go to my Notion real quick. Go to trading channel, good setups. Like today, right? Two good setups. Unfortunately, again on a Monday, I didn't catch a good setup for GPSD. Counter swing pro internal LC2A. It happened at like 9:30 in the morning. But this is basically it, right? Sweep, chalk into the zone here. Nice strong liquidation, and then easy money, easy. Take that trade 10 out of 10 times, no question about it, right? But yeah, unfortunately, it came down to me being a little bit late today. Prepared yesterday, but I came in too late, right? So from tomorrow, I think in order to have like a better morning routine, be done with the start of my morning by 9, right? Because 9 is Frankfurt Open, and then start analyzing at 9. so that I know anything 9 between 9 and 10 is still valid, and then I'm on the charts by 9, right? Already looking at it by 9, and then if anything happens between 9 and 10, the official London Open, I can still take it because it's still higher probability. So be on by 9 and not actually 10, right? That's the change there. And then the frequency. And so yeah, the trade was in here. Everything is recorded and good. And then yeah, after this, nothing really to follow on. ESD CAD this morning, I had it bullish, right? Bullish comes in here. Obviously, want to wait for more before I take buys, and then it just breaks down, and then eyeballs here, and then probably a continuation from this nice zone here. From this nice zone here, probably have a continuation. So yeah, we'll see tomorrow morning by 9. Should be on the charts. Yeah, make these micro changes. It's been micro change after micro change, man. But yeah, time's running out. So I gotta really put my foot down now and fucking lock in. Been saying it, but it's starting to get very serious. So I need to get very serious. And yeah, peace.